Okay, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Listen, I want to start this one by saying that, ladies and gentlemen, the technical analysis, no, let me take that back. The scribble analysis experts are back on. And
That's what we
we,
do.
hey man, we welcome you back to the channel. Um, Thank you for the views, thank you for the subscriptions. Um, but please like and share our videos
Yeah.
so that we can,
Subscribe too.
exactly, so we can keep dropping this scribble analysis or technical analysis with the rest of the world. I'm enjoying this, man. It's just a beautiful thing. Today, why we gather here today, sir?
Well, we're gonna try to give people an update on the AMC pick that we picked about 2 weeks ago,
We did.
and to show that the scribble technical analysis still work.
It does. It does. It does. Now, I think it was about a week and a half ago when we made a video talking about an AMC squeeze. Now, what is interesting about this is a couple months ago, maybe it was when
November,
we
January.
were, yeah, somewhere there, when we were on Robinhood. Listen, we used to be on Robinhood too. It's cool, man. It's cool, man. There is no shame. Listen, man, there's no shame in the Robinhood game. But I'll tell you where the shame is: when you miss out on money that you shouldn't for unnecessary
Yeah.
reasons, right?
Yup.
So, Robinhood, we had the opportunity just to make some massive profits the first time. Did not work out so well because
Because we couldn't. Yeah,
we couldn't exit the trade.
And my stubborn self said, "I'm staying in. I'm not getting out."
Hey, I have to say, man, you're the I would say you're the OG of diamond hands. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but uh, Kenny here would not exit a trade no matter what. I don't know. I feel like I feel like I have a problem where I want to get out of the trade quick, and you have a problem where you just want to stay in a trade.
I think it's just the experience because I'm more of an investor, not a trader, and you
True,
love
true.
trading.
Hey
So
man,
I think it's a good balance between both of us, actually.
exactly. Man. I feel like trading feels like hunting, right? It's like you set a trap and then you get the result and then boom, you get out.
You're out.
I like that feeling. I like the
Yeah.
rush. You know what I mean? It's like instantaneous too. But then again, maybe that's really something that I need to go see a psych for. But who knows? You know, I'm not saying that is the way to go. I'm just saying that it is something that I'm aware of. Now
Yeah.
we
And
did.
I think each person out there needs to figure out which one of them they are, and you shouldn't feel bad. You know,
Yeah.
if you're the investor type or if you're the trader type, everybody just have their own skill
Oh,
set, own
absolutely not,
style.
man. Never feel bad. Never feel bad for what you are.
Yep.
Understand it, learn it, and use it to
Yep.
your advantage.
Yes, sir.
Right? S- how would I say? Perfect your strengths, if you will. Enhance your strengths or whatever characteristics you have. Figure out a way to make it work in your favor. That's what I would say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So going back to this AMC situation here. Now the first time we missed it, but this time around, we're in there. We're in there, champion.
Yes,
AMC
sir.
today closed at, let me pull this up on the trading view here. Closed at 1956, 19% increase between yesterday and today. How are you feeling about this one?
After hours is still looking strong. The charts are looking good. I'm glad that our analysis did work out.
Right?
Yep. I think that it has reached a major resistance, which was the point that it reached last year. I think in February.
Previous all-time high sort
Yeah.
of deal, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah. So it might go sideways at that point, or it might try to fill that gap and come back down. So what I personally did with my, which is, I still owed. I exercised some of my contracts,
Right.
and I sold some of my contract because I'm finally getting the chance to get out. Although when it did go up the first time, I was up 900%.
Right.
This time around it's 300% because it's had a lot of negative candles, so that has chewed up all my in, inclusive value. So, but it's okay.
Absolutely. Now, looking at it here, obviously we're gaining now, and I think by the way that strategy of kind of exercising some of it and collecting some profits on the contracts as well. It's a good middle ground, if you will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because now you're not dealing with expiration dates, and if it turns back around, well, you're just holding the stock and you can gradually get out. So,
Yep.
great
Yep.
strategy. I like it. Now, as far as how far this is going to go, right? I just kind of want to get your input on this here. I'm looking at previous all-time high there around 2034, right? I'm thinking it would probably come up and test that, and then if it breaks that, of course, we're going to be flying again. However, you
Yeah.
also mentioned something very interesting, which is the gap there.
Yeah.
You said it's going to come back to fill the gap. Can you explain to the people why you
So
think that
it's
would be?
the psychological aspect of trading, right?
Right.
Where when people see a trade reach a point that it hasn't reached in a very long time. So
Yeah.
what you do is when you're trying to buy a stock, you go backwards. So if you now take this trade and you look at February, and then you go back further past February to see when was the last time this trade was this price. I think it's probably like 3 years, maybe even 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's a long time. I don't even think that will even come into play with. Ooh. Yeah, that was a very long
All the
time
way
ago.
back to right there, 2018.
2018. Yeah, that was the last time I was
Yeah.
at this level.
So, and then psychologically, if you're a real fundamental investor that is trying to take advantage of the trend, you're gonna be
Right.
like, okay, so what value is the company providing me at this point for me to continue to invest? But then there's this old Wall Street bets going on that they say it's gonna be a gamma squeeze, gonna be I don't know, but all I know is that there's gonna be counter news
Right.
of the folks thinking that this is going to the moon, and then of course the hedge funds trying to push it down, coming up with different stories to get people with paper ends to sell their stocks,
Absolutely.
so that all their shorts, they
Are
can sell
covered.
them at a much lower price instead of $100,000, which I don't think that would ever happen. But from what I see, the 20s is a good price for the value of the company.
Of course.
I would have to see some serious major changes like what's going on with GameStop, with management, for me to say I want to hold on to the stock long term, because AMC has a lot of work to do as a company.
Definitely.
But as a trader, it's definitely something that you can go in and out of. So when I said that gap, it could start trending downwards, but right now all the charts, both
Okay.
on TradingView and on TrendSpider, it's not showing that it's coming down anytime soon. But
course.
psychologically, when you study investment or study trading, those gaps tend to want to fill, which is why I said, be careful. Those red candles are showing up now. There's a possibility that the hedge funds start throwing some crazy news out there, and once that start happening, there's a possibility that gap is going to want to fill. Which happened. If you look back to February, what happened in February? There was
Yeah,
a
there
gap
was,
that we had up,
We had a gap up. Yeah.
and it filled. So I do plan to maybe do a put call on this once I start seeing the trend of the TTM squeeze, the other side, and this start trending downwards. That'll be another opportunity to make some money.
Absolutely.
But right now, this thing is super bullish.
One thing I'm also going to add as well, and we also mentioned this in the last video, previously, if we take away, of course, we're always going to do our technical analysis, but if we take away our technical analysis and we're just looking at some of the signals that we're getting from the AI software, right? Before this squeeze happened last time, we did notice a lot of those signals repeating themselves continuously, right?
Yep.
And I think that has not ended yet. That is still happening. So once there's been some sort of like settlement, right, above this gap, and once we figure out whether this gap will be getting filled immediately or not, I think I agree with you. This thing is going to keep pushing to the moon. Of course, we also know from a numerical standpoint, there's still a lot of shares that need to be covered. Currently, that is not AMC. Just one moment here. I'm going to pull that up.
Apparently, there's a meeting on Friday,
Right.
for them to have a technical count of the amount of shares
Right.
versus synthetic shares, and the hedge funds are gonna have to sell their positions, which could drive the price very high.
Ooh.
Which is one of the reasons why we're keeping
Yeah.
those.
It's probably a good idea to
those
hang on to
stocks.
those. If that is happening, I think, if that is happening, this is gonna absolutely rip, This is gonna rip so hard. It's never gonna be funny because, as we know, they have been. AMC was shorted for more shares than existed at one point. I think was it AMC or GameStop? One of them.
Both of them.
But
AMC
both of them, right? Yeah. And still looking at this here, short volume ratio is still 30%. It's a little bit down, but that's still quite a bit, So I'm feeling pretty good about it. Still holding some stocks as well for this, and I don't know. We're not necessarily saying anyone should get into it now. This is not financial advice. We're not financial advisors. Do your own research. But we're just pointing out that we're very excited that this is moving as expected for once, right? Anything else?
No, I would just say just keep the other market noise, like I like to call it, inflation, interest rate into consideration, and not just be too blinded and bullish or YOLOing on AMC if you ever try to get in.
Of course.
And if you got in at $3, which is where I got in, really good for you. If you get in now, just gotta be super careful. Watch the trend lines. Definitely pay a close ear and eyes to the news. To see what's going on around it. But at this point, man, anything can happen. There's no super technical analysis except for just checking out to see what happens with the squeeze and
sort of an update on the squeeze. Exactly. And for me, I think we'll probably go look for some our next squeeze that we want to get into, and that should be it. Thank you so much.
We were so lucky though. We're really good with finding the squeeze in November, and then we also got it again in January.
This is why we use all the tools we use, man. You know what I'm saying? We tend to be on top of the ball. I got to give ourselves credit on that one now. We definitely stay on top of it. We do our best, and we're continuously getting better every day as we keep doing this. So love it. Please like, share. What is that third one? Subscribe, please, to our video. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're pushing. We're going to get there pretty soon. This is all we have for AMC. We're going to be dropping another video again today. Until next time, cheer out.
Double out. Good luck.
Wait, I just did a peace sign with one finger. How can I do that? Until next time, cheer out.